Atha Sri Krishna Namadi Nabhavet Grahyam Indriyahi Sevon Mukhehi Jihvadau Swayameva Swaratyadaha. In this verse, it is said that the blunt material senses are not able to perceive the sublime and very subtle spiritual truths. But if one utilizes one's tongue to do two activities of eating only prasad and chanting only the holy name, then if the Lord is inspired by our call, Suratyadaha, it is said, he can manifest himself. Truly speaking, the Shuddha Bhakti is performed with purified senses. Right now we don't have purified senses. We have impure senses. Then how can we perform Bhakti? But as we keep chanting the holy name and living in the association of devotees and rendering devotional service, senses gradually become purified. But when they come to a very purified stage, and then when one calls the holy name with the right attitude, Suratyadaha, he says, the Lord immediately manifests himself. For example, when Madhavendra Puri was chanting in Govinda Kund, the Lord was inside the bush, and immediately he asked Madhavendra Puri to bring him out of the bush and establish him at the top of Govardhan hill. And he also came and gave him a pot of milk. So the Lord could not hide himself to Madhavendra Puri because Madhavendra Puri called him with utmost devotion, devotional sincerity. Similarly, in the Sakshi Gopal pastime, the Brahmana had such a staunch faith in the deities that the deities began to speak to him and was ready to even walk behind him to go and give witness, his witness Gopal. You can see that. Similarly, when one rich man went to Vrindavan and gave outfits and ornaments to all the Goswamis for their own deities, at that time, it was Narsingha Chaturdashi day when Gopal Bhatta Goswami felt, alas, all Goswamis have deities and I don't have a deity, I only have Shaligram Shila. How can I put this dress and ornaments for Shaligram Shila? I wish I had a deity of Krishna also. So because he very strongly desired and went to sleep, next day morning amongst one of his dozen Shaligram Shilas, from one of them came Radharaman. He manifested him, the Lord manifested himself. Which means the intensity of the devotion of the devotee and the inoffensive calling of the holy name can manifest the Lord in the deity form. In the same manner, Lord can manifest himself in the prasadam form also. When Lord Chaitanya fed with his own hands to the little child, Narayani, a palm full of prasad, she erupted with devotional ecstasy, calling out Krishna's names. That means Krishna manifested through the prasad. When Lord Chaitanya went to the home of Advaita Acharya Prabhu, so when he saw the shak sabji, he said, Yehi shak Krishna asvadilo, heno shak asvadane, Krishna prema aise mane. So he said, Sahi preme koro asvadana, jadabuddhi parihari. Give up your blunt material consciousness. Look at this sak as that which is tasted by Krishna. Anyone who eats this sak will become awakened in love for Krishna, like that he said. So in this way, Lord Chaitanya could see Krishna manifesting from prasad. Or Narayani practically showed how Krishna can manifest from the prasad from the hands of Lord Chaitanya. In the same manner, Lord manifests from the loud call or a helpless call or inoffensive call of the devotee, as whether it is Draupadi calling or whether it is Ajamila calling or Gajendra calling the Lord. When there is a desperate call, inoffensive call, free from any pretension or duplicity, then Lord manifests out of that holy name. So one lecture Prabhupada says, you can have a pistol and you can have a bullet. When you shoot, with the bullet, it gives a certain type of sound. Without the bullet, also it gives some sound. But there is a big difference between the two. If there's a bullet, it has one effect. Without bullet, it has another effect. Similarly, the chanting of the holy name, Namakshara Bahuhaya Namanahihaya, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that when one is chanting the holy name, if one gets distracted, going to all different parts of the world and thinking about so many things and plans and everything, then properly the name is not uttered, the name is not heard. But the name is uttered and heard with attentiveness and respect and devotion and sincerity, freedom from offense, any kind of offenses, freedom from any pretension, or with freedom from aspiration for any material benefits. And if the holy name is directed only for the pleasure of Krishna, so then the holy name can manifest Krishna. And the more Krishna manifests through the chanting of the holy name, the more a devotee becomes free from lamentation, free from fear, free from any kind of material aspirations and ambitions. The devotee becomes completely nourished in the body, mind, soul. The devotee becomes completely satisfied. And that holy name has the potency to give all-round satisfaction for the devotee. And also that devotee becomes, Prabhupada says, Devaki, when she was carrying Krishna in her heart, she appeared jubilant, pure and smiling. 3 words Prabhupada uses. She was smiling cheerfully, and she was jubilant and enthusiastic in all her devotional activities, and she was also pure with no offenses. So in this way, the manifestation of Krishna is not some imagination, but it is a visible phenomenon and a practical phenomenon in the life of a devotee, which can happen by the proper utterance of the holy name. Harinam Prabhu ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like desert trees, ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki, Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki.